A lot of people were calling cap on this. They were saying it was a big lie. And this same Twitter account that posted the original picture you're looking at right here then tweeted out, "Here are the live photos of the quote-unquote Kiffin plane in Baton Rouge." I've never covered a situation quite like this, where you have a team telling their head coach, who is in poised and prime position to make the college football playoff, or the postseason, whatever you want to call it, that if you don't tell us whether or not you're going to leave and take another job before our rival week game, then there's going to be some repercussions. Mic check 1 2, mic check 1 2. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hope all of you having a great Monday. Hope all of you had a great start to your week. If not, hope this video can make it a little bit better. And man, oh man, what in the world is going on with our boy Lane Kiffin and the Ole Miss Rebels? I'm here to tell you right now, partner, you might want to get you a snack and popcorn for this video, because it is going to be very interesting to say the least, and it can get overwhelming, so you better pay attention to every single second of this video. I'm the person making the video, and even me myself, I'm overwhelmed with all this information we've received within the past, I wouldn't even say 24 hours, but 8 hours. We're getting straight into this. I don't got time to waste. You don't got time to waste either. It all started early this morning when somebody on Twitter posted this picture you're looking at right here, which is supposed to be, and it is apparently, a private jet at the Baton Rouge airport. A lot of people were calling cap on this. They were saying it was a big lie. And this same Twitter account that posted the original picture you're looking at right here then tweeted out, "Here are the live photos of the quote-unquote Kiffin plane in Baton Rouge." I'll show you the live photos they posted. There's no volume or no sound or anything like that, but apparently and allegedly this was Kiffin's family. But as you can see, it is, well, ironically enough, hard to see who in the crap that is on the plane, or who it is even walking around in the videos or whatnot. You really can't prove, oh yeah, that's Kiffin's family, or that's Kiffin's wife. I'm just saying, going off of the video, maybe in person, maybe the person that took the video, you can clearly see it, but what I'm looking at right here, it's hard to confirm it. Well, it didn't take long for this to blow up on social media, and everyone else started putting on their Sherlock Holmes detective hat. Come to find out, yep, it's actually true. That was Lane Kiffin's family. Read it and weep. It's all real. LSU sent a private plane to pick up Kiffin's family. If everything I've showed you up until this point wasn't interesting enough, here's where things get 10 times more intriguing. So Lane Kiffin's family, they visited LSU today. We've already established that. Well, they also visited Gainesville yesterday, which was Sunday. So yeah, if you're an Ole Miss fan, this isn't exactly music to your ears, and this is worst case scenario. This isn't what you like to hear or see. Before we go any farther, let me pump the brakes and clarify on some things. This is just Lane Kiffin's family visiting. None of this is set in stone. Nothing's confirmed. Nothing's locked. Oh yeah, Kiffin is for sure leaving Ole Miss and he's going to Florida LSU. No, it's not any of that. As to where it stands right now, it is simply nothing more and nothing less than they are looking elsewhere and they're weighing their options, rightfully so. Let me give you a great example so people like me and you can relate to this. It is very similar to when a 4 or 5-star recruit is already committed to a school, but he's still visiting other schools. For example, remember that 5-star quarterback commit that was committed to Georgia? He wound up visiting Vanderbilt when game day was there, and he didn't flip or anything. Why do recruits do this? Why do you visit Vanderbilt or LSU if you're already committed to Alabama or Georgia? Because it's part of the experience. Why not go? That's the mentality they have. That could be what's going on here as well. I'm trying to play devil's advocate. When these recruits visit Alabama, Georgia, LSU, Florida, you do understand and realize it's like a mini vacation, and it's a free vacation at that. These recruits are getting VIP passes. They're getting to talk to all the players, getting all the food they could want. They're sitting in box suites. They're on the field on the sidelines. Why wouldn't you do it? Same thing here. Well, let's continue along, shall we? So Ole Miss has now taken the ball to Lane Kiffin and said, hey, we want some clarity on as to what's going on here, and we need you to tell us by the Egg Bowl whether or not you're going to stay with us. Yes, that is right. You heard me correctly. Ole Miss is threatening Lane Kiffin to make a decision, and if he does make a decision, they may not allow him to coach in the college football playoff. It's getting crazy. Just so there's no confusion here and you don't think I'm making this up, let me read off Brett McMurphy's tweet. If Lane Kiffin doesn't meet the deadline, Ole Miss would have to decide if it would allow him to coach in the playoffs, sources told On3 Sports. If there's no resolution, it will be an agonizing decision for Kiffin and the Rebels. You see it right here. I've never covered a situation quite like this, where you have a team telling their head coach, who is in poised and prime position to make the college football playoff, or the postseason, whatever you want to call it, that if you don't tell us whether or not you're going to leave and take another job before our rival week game, then there's going to be some repercussions. But here's my thing, if you're Ole Miss, do you even have leverage? Because why would you do that to your team program and, more importantly, your university. I don't care how you feel about Lane Kiffin entertaining these other jobs. Do you know how mad the fan base would be if you banned your own head coach from coaching in the playoffs? It'd be one of the craziest things ever, and I don't even know how they could or would go through with it. And here's the other thing. I don't even think it's like, well, we're not going to let you coach in the playoffs. They're more so of taking the route of, hey, we're just going to fire you. But think about how absurd that would be. If Ole Miss does that to the fan base, no matter how you feel about Kiffin, you're going to be pissed off because at the end of the day, you want to win the national championship. I can't take credit for this, but this guy nailed it on the head, whoever wrote this on Twitter. This is pretty much the equivalent of, great example, you can't break up with me because I'm breaking up with you first. Remember when we was in elementary and middle school? That's how every relationship was. Whenever your girlfriend or boyfriend found out through a mutual friend that you was going to dump them or break up with them, they were like, wait a minute, no. You can't leave me. And then you're sitting there going, why is that? And they go, because I'm leaving you. I'm breaking up with you first. And you're sitting there like, okay, I guess that works. Same thing here. I've covered everything that is all you need to know. I touched on all the major details. I've yet to give you my 2 cents on this, my perspective. So here it is. I've been very adamant on my feelings about Lane Kiffin with all these other jobs and rumors going on with the Florida Gators and LSU Tigers. I've said before, I've said it 5,000 times, and I'll continue saying in this video, I don't think Lane Kiffin is going anywhere. He will be the head coach at Ole Miss the remainder of the season and at Ole Miss next year and the many years to come. What I think is currently unfolding in front of our eyes is nothing more, nothing less than Lane Kiffin being, guess who? Lane Kiffin. He is a goofy goober. Don't act shocked by this. We've been known how Lane Kiffin acts. This is what he does. So, to me, this is just stereotypical Lane Kiffin behavior. May I remind you, this is the same goober who said before the Alabama game, get your popcorn ready, threw it out on the headset or tossed it, however you want to say it, and then proceeded to lose by a 30 burger. He's a goober. And I love Lane Kiffin. Y'all know this. I wish he was the head coach at Alabama. But this is just how he is. Do I blame him for entertaining these ideas? Heck to the no. It's the equivalent of the star quarterback, star basketball player in high school who has a girlfriend talking to 50 other girls. Why not? You're not always going to have this opportunity. Might as well have fun while you're in your prime. And guess what? Lane Kiffin, he's having fun. Don't blame him. I'd probably be doing the same thing. With all that being said, I will throw this in there. It is quite interesting that his family is touring Florida and LSU. And they're doing it pretty, I'd say, quick. Because I didn't think they'd be doing all that until after the season. But here we are. Let's take a look at this comment. Kiffin's in the driver's seat regarding his football future and, in my opinion, more importantly to him, the future of his family. Regardless of what Kiffin chooses to do, Rebel football will thrive, and fans, I don't know about all that, talking about they would thrive without Kiffin. Fans can be grateful for him returning Rebel football to its glory, and ultimatums never bode well for the issuer. That's my part about all that. I'm trying to, maybe I'm missing something here, but I don't understand Ole Miss giving Lane Kiffin this ultimatum. All right, you got to give us a decision before the Egg Bowl. Like, dude, you have no leverage. What do you mean? You're not calling the shots here, pal. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but the Kiffinator is calling the shots, whether you like it or not. Like the commentator said in the Dodgeball movie, it's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it pays off for him. You already know I keep you guys updated. I'm curious to know your thoughts down below, but there